It's Ken at Tortoise Capital with a daily debriefing for the day trading from August 1st, 2016. Looking at a couple of three series from Charles. First one is an EXMA. The blue dots, I believe, are where he's identified owls. Green dots are longs. Reds are sells, so buys and sells. Boxes are trade frames as traded, as completed. So this is a dragon continuation, emerging dragon, selling at the RLXD for a fractional gain. This is an owl short. This is pretty good. Fantastic exit, great stop and reverse. Nice exit. This is an owl short. Good cover. Continuation of that owl, or you could say collapsing dragon, as it breaks through the VWAP. Very nice. Perfect exit. You took a break here. This is, as you'll notice, an owl. This could have been a second entry possibly, but so this one looks like a scratch. This is RL30 crossing the BB mean. Ties right into the short. Well done. You notice the orderly intraday flow of XME. Shifting now to the IWM Russell 2000 trade as traded. Nice owl. Maybe could we get a little earlier? I don't know. That's still pretty good. Good exit. That's the not later than exit. Maybe there's a 1, 2, 3 in here sooner, where you see the RL10 crossing the 10 period, or the 4 period Bollinger Band. The white line is the baby dragon. So maybe that improves to here. Great short on the owl. Good cover. Good stop and reverse. I don't mind this fractional gain. He had a 5-minute waiting period, so he was not able to take this, but we're just noticing what the effect of the rules are. This is a good re-entry upon taking out this dragon hump right here. That's a really good re-entry. And that would put your exit somewhere up in here. This is a good dragon short. I like the preservation. There is a collapsing dragon available here, the continuation of that first owl pattern, really. I love this re-entry here, especially if you're feeling bad about this, and then you get this second collapsing dragon. Sweet. And that's collapsing through the VWAP too, getting paid. Away from the desk, maybe, I don't know, not much during the day right there. Scratch, fractional loss, fractional gain. He got the bulk of what was available during the day. Well done. Shifting to EWZ, short covers. We've got to nail this one. This is RL30 crossing the BB mean here. This is the owl. That would have been an owl exit, and this is a nice owl short. Cover, long, fractional loss, stop reverse short, good catch. Scratch gains. So that's about 2.5 R on the 3 standard targets. Getting the meat of the day. Just again, notice those lunchtime doldrums. You're not really hurt by missing those, and a good way to recharge your emotional batteries. Series of trades from Garen. This is XME in the afternoon. Basically a scratch here. He notices that there's an owl here that he might be able to catch in the future, but a scratch. This is EWZ, an owl entry, and perfect exit for 0.69 R, perfectly played. This is a scratch trade in IWM. There's an owl short covered with a scratch. Nicely played. There's an owl right in here. If we're available, we want to get that with an exit right around here. I think you saw that on Charles's trade. Here's a fractional loss in VXX. This would have been an owl long in XIV, but I like this going long with the target of the VWAP. Doesn't follow through. Fractional loss, good trade management. Here's another one in XME. Owl short, maybe a little late, but still collapsing through the VWAP is a nice play. Very nice exit, 0.5, well done. Good trading. Here's a swing trade frame that I'm looking at in SPY. Here's our RL10 crosses the baby dragon, crosses the dragon itself. This is the RLXD, so you can see why we like that turning point of that baby RL10 crossing the baby dragon. It's this purple, and the owl pattern enters somewhere around in here. Gets the exit up in here where the RL10 crosses the baby dragon, or you could still be in it if you're waiting for it to cross the RLXD. I like capturing that. We've got about a 10-day sideways quiet channel. I think if it collapses below red, and Bollinger Band mean is the next reasonable target. That also sets up a retest of the dragon hump right here. That looks like the easier play to me than the upside breakout because of the silly season in politics. So let's take a look at Brazil now. First things first, these are the standard markups I use on these trade frames. The yellow zone where there's price indecision, breakout to go long or go short. The vertical blue line is where I'm stalking. Price target on the way down, price target on the way up. I'll put these directional arrows to show buys and sells. Blue circles are areas of interest. The pale blue is I like to have the RL30 cross the BB mean. I like to see the 30 cross the 30. I'll usually use that. A yellow I will also use to show some highlights if we've got a cluttered screen. Entries, exits, targets, trade frames themselves. Anything in the blue circle is an object of interest to look at some indicators behaving in a certain way. Thick blue line, really pay attention. So that's the standard markup that I use. Shifting now to a swing frame on EWZ. We had an owl pattern firing right in here. Here's the owl long cashing. The continuation pattern, here's where the RL30 crosses the Bollinger Band mean. Let's just trace the line of the RL30, now up, and now at the 12 o'clock position getting ready to roll over, so we've got an owl developing. So if I get either one of these red lines tomorrow or the next day or so, that would be enough to pull the dragon over and the RL30 over, and so that would become my owl entry on the downside. I'm looking for targets 1, where I'll add a second position at the Bollinger Band mean if it breaks through, falls out of the river, adding a third position, falls below the RL270, would add a fourth position, and then I would have 4 in hand with plenty of markets money if it breaks below the belly of the dragon here. That would negate all of this price action, and that would be an awesome trade with 4 positions on, all paid for with markets money. So here's the yellow zone of indecision. This would be where my stop would be. I would consider going long here. I haven't decided that yet, but that's where not later than getting long on the swing. This is the RL10 crossing the baby dragon in that blue circle. The RL10 crossing the baby dragon on the other end. The RL10 comes back to the baby dragon, and the dragon halts and continues. This is a pocket. RL10 comes back, holds at the baby dragon, doesn't penetrate the dragon itself. If this was enough to get you out, this should get you back in. Here's the RL10 crossing the baby dragon finally. That's what makes this a nice exit after 6 or 7 days of failure to follow through. And then you get this cross RL10 now into the dragon. We get the definition of the sideways quiet channel here. So that's my swing trade for EWZ in a previous trade to the long side that we enjoyed, and now my frame to the downside. That's the Zika trade, unfortunately. All right, it's Ken from Tortoise Capital with the daily day trade debrief from the chat room, August 1st, 2016. I'll be marking these up and commenting on them for the guys going through the active trading workshop, which is a combination of online with accountability partners and monthly updates and these kinds of daily debriefs. So take good care, keep your risk measured, and your powder dry.